And I'm like, even if he had a twin, this is him. Hi dollies, welcome back to my channel. It's Louis Baby. PayPal me that money for that Louis Baby. E-wallet me that money for what? That Louis Baby. Anyways guys, welcome back to another video. It's a new year. Happy New Year. Welcome back to another video by Louis Baby herself. If you're regular, thank you for stopping back by. And if you're new, click on the subscribe button. Like, just click on it. Click and join the Louis Baby family. You're gonna love it here. You're gonna enjoy yourself here. So yeah guys, in this video I'll be doing a story time about how my friend and I found out that we're dating the same guy. And the hair I'm wearing is from Supernova Hair. It's a 14-inch 5x5 closure loose body wave natural black pearl. I have an installation video on it. I'll link it over here. Other than that, you know, get yourself a drink, sit down, relax, and enjoy this new story time. So I've got my drink here, and let's get into the story. So this story time, now that I think about it, is actually kind of hilarious, because you actually really sit down and you ask yourself, like, how did it happen? Like, how did that take place? So this is how it happened. My friend and I, oh no, actually, let me start with me. I had a crush on this guy for long, like long, you understand? And like, I'd been viewing and I'd been like, oh, can this guy notice me already? So yeah, I was like, can this guy notice me already? Like, hello, the love of your life is right here, you know? So eventually this guy starts interacting with me on social media, like starts liking my stuff, starts talking to me, like slowly but surely, right? And then and obviously now at this point I'm like, finally he is flipping joined the team now. Like, he is on the same boat as me now, so let's get this show on the road, you know? So him and I are talking, getting to know each other. He's like trying his game, you know, he's courting me. I'm also being, you know, I'm allowing. But like, his courting skills are horrible. But then I was like, I mean, I have a crush on this guy, so it's fine. We can move past the fact that like his game is horrible. So then him and I are talking, right? So at this point, I'm not telling any of my friends that I'm talking to this guy, because I'm not telling any of my friends that I'm talking to this guy, because like I don't want to jinx it. I want to keep it private. I want to keep it between me and my husband, you know what I mean? Like, love of my life. I'm not going to tell anyone that I'm talking to this guy. So we're talking. We eventually start meeting up, you know, getting to know each other in person. So now, I don't know if it's only with me, but like, whenever I have a crush on someone, they never tend to live up to my expectations. And I think like with him, that was where I learned, like, I should not even try to achieve my crush, because they're just gonna disappoint you, personality wise, not looks wise, like, but personality wise, you know. So cool. We're getting to know each other, we're hanging, you know, we're going on dates. Like, it's fun, it's cute, we're in our little bubble, you know, together. So with time, I ask him, like, hey, are you in any relationship or what? He's like, no, he's very much single. And he'd actually like to pursue a relationship with me. I'm like, is it? He's like, yeah, you know, like, he's fake. So I'm like, amazing, love to hear it. So I'm like, okay, let me look past the fact that like he's kind of whack, because like I'm achieving my crush. Let me look past the fact that he's whack, and just like, maybe the more I get to know him, maybe I'll actually uncover like I'll uncover the real personality past this whackness of his, right? Cool. We're getting to know each other. We start dating, you know, he starts buying me stuff, whatever, cool, cute stuff. So now when we're now dating, this is about like a month and a half into our relationship. Now like, okay, cool, like I'm sure now it's time I can start telling a few friends of mine about this guy, right? So I am talking to a close friend of mine. So I start like telling her bit by bit about this guy that I'm dating. Yeah, like I told like three friends about him, but like I didn't tell them who he is. You understand? So I'm telling them like, oh my god, he's so amazing. He does this, he does that. Like I'm just raving about this guy. So they keep saying like, let's see your man. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not ready to reveal him to the world yet. I still want to enjoy myself in my little bubble with my man. And eventually, when I get to a point where I'm ready, I will share. But as of right now, I'm enjoying like the little things he's doing for me. And like I also felt like if I now shared who he was, like I'd kind of jinx the relationship. I don't know. I just believe that at the moment. So cool. So there's one particular friend of mine who is telling who's like, oh, she just recently met a new guy. Oh, this guy's so amazing, whatever, whatever. So like me and her like in this little bubble of feeling very in love, and like she's also still not sharing who the guy she's with is. But like I was not necessarily asking her who is she with, you know what I mean? I was just like, oh great, love it for you, enjoy your relationship. So we are now like we're venting to each other like, oh my god, he got me this. And then like a few days later she'll be like, oh my god, like my man got me this. Like, we'd talk like, yo, he's done this, he's done that, da, da, da. And we'd be like, yo, we're dating such amazing guys, like this is just amazing, like we need to go on a double date, like because they are basically so great and it's like they're the same person, right? So we're busy talking there, we're telling our other friends, like the other two, like, yo, we're literally here, we've found the one, guys. Like we're busy telling them like, oh my god, they do this, they do that, da, da, da. Hi, our girlies are like, yo, you guys have finally like found the man, like the one. Cool. So towards like the end of the second month, I start bringing up the idea to him, like, babe, how would you feel if you met like a friend of mine and went on a double date with her boyfriend? We want to do a double date with you guys. We want you guys to meet, and we also want you guys to meet our friends. He's like, yeah, no, he's down for it, love it, we should do it, right? So he's asking me like, when would I want to do it? I'm like, we haven't really spoken about it yet. We're still planning it with my friend, but I just wanted to pass it, to bring it to you first before I can continue and plan and all of that. He's like, he's down, he'd love to meet my friends. He's excited. I'm like, great stuff. So I go back, tell my friend, my man says he's down for it. We can meet. Let me know of a date that's suitable for your man, and then I'll go back and tell my man, whatever. Cool, we're discussing, we're planning like the restaurants, whatever, all of this. But we still haven't shown each other our man. I don't understand why it just never dawned on us to just like, but at the same time, I mean, we said we're gonna meet the man at the double date anyways, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. So we're planning everything. Everything is great, right? So I think on the day of our second month, like what would be your mini anniversary, because I know an anniversary is a year, but you understand. He's like, yeah, I should post a picture of us for our second month, right? Like, and I'm like, I must post a picture of us. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, for like, I was like, for starters, I haven't even told all my friends about you. Number one. Number two, my friends haven't even seen your face. Number three, I don't post my man. Like, I don't want people really knowing exactly who I'm with. So I'm not comfortable with doing that, right? So he was like a bit upset about it. But then I was like, I mean, if you want to post, you can post me, right? And then he gave me some stupid excuse But then I just assumed he was upset that I didn't want to post him. So I let it pass and we kept on going, right? We celebrated our 2 months and we kept on going. I think 2 weeks after that. And this is now nearing to us having to do our double days. 2 weeks after that, like one day I'm just randomly, like we're talking, him and I are talking, but he's a bit off, that day. Like I'm not understanding what's going on with him. So I'm like, whatever. Let me go on with my life and watch, like let me go on social media. I'm busy there just scrolling. I ran into my friend's post. I'm gonna call her Double Days. And I'm gonna call him Spinach. I ran into Double Days post. Happy 1 month, something. It was 1 month and a couple of days. I don't remember what it was. Happy 1 month and something days to my man. Whatever. She tags Spinach. Spinach is with her in the picture. It's her and Spinach. Now I want to specify. Her Double Date and Spinach stayed in the same town, city, whatever you want to say, same area. I did not. So I would not get to see him as often as she would say she's seeing her man, right? So now when I see this post, I literally freeze in my tracks because I'm like, it can't be. Like, am I really seeing the same guy right now? So I'm sitting there. I don't know who to call. I don't know who to confront. I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting there. I'm looking at this picture. And I'm like, even if he had a twin, this is him. They tagged him. You know what I mean? So now it dawns on me. I'm like, that's why he's being so weird on the phone and stuff. And like, he's very preoccupied. Because he's with her. They're busy celebrating their little 1 month and what days, number one. Number two, I'm like, that's why she and I, like, our stories are so similar for what this guy has been doing for us, like what our men have been doing for us. Because it's the same flipping guy. What he does for me, he does for her. What he does for her, he does for me. It's just going to depend on which day the other person is receiving this. And now, because me and her, like I said, do not stay in the same area, there was no real connect as to me. Like, I don't even think he went and checked following, honestly. But like, there was no real connect that you say this girl and this girl know each other, so I guess he had met me, and then he had met her, and then I was the long distance relationship, and then she was the in the same area relationship. So when I see this post, when I'm still in shock of this picture, yeah, when I'm still in shock of this picture, a video, they're at the movies. They're watching which movie? The movie I told him I want to go watch. And we're busy planning that coming weekend, we're going to go watch that movie. He took her on their little 1 month and what days anniversary to go watch my movie, the one I recommended. I was in so much disbelief. I was like, I have just been played. So then I message her. I'm like, how, friend, is this him? Because I don't know. Now I need real confirmation, concrete confirmation. She's like, yeah, that's him. you know, with smiley faces, emojis. She's like, yeah, I hadn't intended on announcing it like this, but you know, like he wanted me to post, and like he was okay with me posting him. And like, mind you, this friend of mine, like she is like, she's a poster, like she didn't mind posting who she's dating at the time. So I'm now like, yo, hi, this is hectic, sign up. So I'm like to her, are you still with him right now? She's like, no, I'm home now. I just got home. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna call you in a bit. She's like, alright. So obviously to her, she thinks I wanna gossip about this guy. I call him. I'm like, yo, where were you today? He's like, no, I was playing, what was it? I think he said basketball. I was playing basketball, and then after that, I just went to the movies with the boys. I'm like, oh, you went to the movies? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, no, nothing. I'll get back to you in a bit. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, and before I end the call, I'm like, oh, more than anything, I just wanted to confirm, excuse me, I just wanted to confirm that we're still doing the double date. And then he's like, yeah, definitely, babe. I'm like, okay, baby, can't wait. All right. End the call. I call her. I'm like to her, hi, Kewetsu. I don't like to be the party pooper, but I would just like you to know that Spinach is the guy I have been telling you about. Spinach is the boyfriend I have been raving about. And she did, like, she was like, wait, what? And I think she thought I was joking. And I was like to her, mm-hmm. Yep. Spinach is the guy I've been talking to, the one who was my crush, and so on and so forth, and the whole story that you've been hearing. That's who he is. Spinach is my guy. So now she was like, yo, that's so hectic. I'm like, let me level you guys, Sanas. Let me send you pictures of Spinach and I, so you can see what I'm talking about. So I send her, and she's like, yo, that is so hectic. And then I send her a screenshot of the conversation when he wanted me to post at our 2 months. I'm like, this is the conversation. So she's like, makes sense why he was pressuring me so much to post. He wanted one of the hands to post. But she was like, worst part, and this is back like Instagram days, like before there was stories on Instagram, so you posted on your feed. You remember back in the days? So she had posted on her feed, and he didn't even comment. Like all the friends we had commented, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. He had not commented. So she was like, she found it really weird that he did not comment. And when she wanted to tag him, he was hesitant about her tagging, but then she just tagged anyways, because she's like, how you were saying I must post, now when I want to tell you now there's a problem. So I'm like, yes, sisters, that's exactly what's happening. We are both dating Spinach, and Spinach has been alternating between the two of us. So now we start like realizing like stories, like when on this day when he's not available, it's because he was available with her. When on this day, like, you know, we start putting stories, we start seeing timelines. We're like, yo, hi, this guy played us. And he did his game clean, because we were raving about him the whole time. Like, if it was not for that post, I would have never suspected that there was a second hand at all. So then, so then when we find out, we're now asking ourselves, like, so what should we do? What should we do? Like, should we call him and like confront him on the call, like do a conference call, or should we just like, should I plan, like, since I had already said I have a double date coming up, because apparently she hadn't told him yet about the double date. So we're like, should we do that and then confront him at the double date? And then we decide it's better to confront him in person. So we move up the date of the double date to that weekend instead of the weekend after. We move it up to that weekend, and then he comes, he joins me. we meet at the restaurant. He's like, oh, okay, cool. So when is your friend arriving and her boyfriend? I'm like, oh no, they're on the way. And then like maybe 10 minutes later, she walks in and she sits on the table. So it's me, him, and her. And now we're like, sir, did you not think we're going to find out eventually, especially because we're friends? Anyway, so we had that whole confrontation. That's a story for another day. And then eventually she and him went back, got back together like a few months down the line. Also, I was told. I don't know if it's the truth. Because personally for me, it didn't make sense to get back with him. Number one, because we didn't stay in the same area. They did. Number two, because I mean, he definitely had found a reason to cheat on me with someone else. So clearly, I was not what he was looking for. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how my friend and I found out we're dating the same guy. And honestly, because him and I didn't click that well, in my opinion, I was okay with her and him continuing, because they went on to date for like a year or something, and then he cheated on her again, and then she eventually left him. But yeah, that's a story of how men will kill us. Men will finish us. 100%. Men will finish us. But yeah, guys, again, please don't forget to check the previous video. I will link it above for this hair from Supernova. That's it's a whole tutorial, detailed. It's a 5x5 closure, as you can see, and it's a curly loose wave 14-inch. In that video I wore it as straight. Today I wore it as curly. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch the previous video. All the details of their hair is in that description box. I think I'll probably put it in this description box as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment, let me know what you thought of the story time. Happy New Year, and I can't wait to release more videos. See you next time.